Nuke is up next between Spirit and Heroic. Heroic take map number 1 and Spirit looking to battle back on the second map. The showing was not quite there as they entered the later stages of Mirage, and we're hoping that Spirit can show a different space going into this next one, Blood.
Yeah, although, I don't know, like, Nuke is a map Spirit can play. They're playing against almost any other team. They're like, you know what, they can make it close, they can even potentially pull off the win. Heroic Nuke is just synonymous, right? This is a team, like I mentioned earlier during the first game, that's a map where even Astralis ban it or like don't pick it against a team like this. They actually banned it against Heroic. That's how good this team is on this map. So doesn't matter how optimistic I want to be, how nice of a person I want to be, I just don't see it going the way of Spirit. But let's see what's going to happen here as we do see some Young with a CZ getting dropped over by Chopper. Chopper with a nade, no kits. That's the only investment for Team Spirit. For the side of Heroic, we have Nico, Molotov, couple of flashes, Stavin with a smoke and a flash, and a P250 as well in the mix.
Some Young had a very quiet performance on map number 1. We'll be hoping for a good start into this one. And he might just get it here with good positioning in the CZ. When you open that door, Bort's going to go down early. That's the ball spotted. The second kill as well from Some Young to start off this pistol round. And he wants another one. He's not done yet. 3 kills picked up for Some Young. He goes back for a 4th, but Stown is hungry. The headshot is there. Nico following up as well. And now it is just Stown, the incredible highlight player here for Heroic. He's got to win a 1v3 clutch play.
Yeah, this is not looking good for him. No Kevlar as well. That means aim punch is going to be a real possibility. He's going to stick the plant. That itself is a big win, considering the spot he's in. He needs to win this duel real quickly. They're going to come pouncing on in. Has to go for the reload. And Chopper's going to chop his head off. Team Spirit, they win the pistol. And Some Young, what a round for him. He had the CZ being dropped by Chopper. He had the Kevlar brought up. And, well, great work. He ran the bullets as well in the end, just going for the full spray and pray. And it works out. As Team Spirit, they win the pistol round. They've won, I think, their very first pistol round in this series.
Very impressive. The fact that, you know, Heroic, even though they got off to a pretty bad start, they still recover it. They did win both pistols. That certainly set them up for success, but Team Spirit, they need a pistol round start, and they've got it here on Nuke. They need everything to go the way at the start of this one, and Magic's under pressure. The Mac-10 just comes barreling through the smoke, and Testis has just opened up the round. He wants another one. He hopes for the window, and Mir just hiding in this cubby. Close by, multiple players running over his position now, and Mir's going to look for the kill. Right in front of him, Down goes to the plant. It's denied by Mir. Trigger discipline. He's looking for another one. The door swings wide open, the glass breaks, and Mir gets a double.
That's a huge play from Mir and a huge mistake from Heroic. The round on down, probably not expecting the second player. There is Cadian, deals a lot of damage onto Idis Balance, but doesn't quite get the kill. Tessus and Nico still alive. Tessus, we know how good this guy can be, but he's trapped in the corner. His teammates nowhere nearby. They play this one to perfection. Chopper finds him, and Nico, well, it's good for nothing. Tessus with a double kill. Good pace being set there by Heroic, but the fact that Mir wasn't checked, basically just kind of ruining the plans.
Yeah, he just goes unchecked. You can see Stown immediately committing to the plant. No one was even covering him. No one cleared that cubby. No one even turned their attentions towards it. They just were not expecting Mir to be in the site there. So, fantastic job. They thought killing Magis would have been enough, but Billy Team Spirit were kind of ready for that possibility, right? You know, those quick and force fire rounds generally will favor the ramp rush. So, good stuff from Team Spirit. They get the second on the board. And now it's a 4v4. Mir and Tessus trade out blows at the start of this.
Hero AK-47 being purchased by Tessus. And you can just see, like, Heroic just looks so confident, right? They've lost the pistol, and you saw the way he just ran up towards Ram. This AK-47 doing so much damage, and Some Young trying to reply back, but Cadian plucks his head off with the Deagle. And now a 1v3. Still, Dinko, very winnable. Magic's on 100 HP, Cadian on 36, and Tessus bleeding out on 16. He can find the one. He finds the one with the high HP, but Tessus, he doesn't get checked, and that is such a massive round to win for Heroic. That was barely an investment, Dinko. One AK-47, a few pistols, and a steal. They snatched a round away from Team Spirit.
Magis won a couple of big clutches, or one significant clutch over on Mirage, if you remember back to the 3-man spray down. Not getting it done this time. That will allow Heroic their first round on the board. And they will be pretty happy with how that one played out. That should have been a Spirit round locked in. But they will drop the ball, and that will allow Heroic an early round here on the T side of Nuke. Team Spirit need to try and shut it down quickly. They've got an op over here for Idis Balance. They've got an A1S in the hands of Mir. Pistols around it, though, Black. Lack of utility here for the defensive side as well. And that is going to be a big problem when they're going up against the fully fledged rifle purchase of Heroic.
Indeed. That all passed to be massive. Mir with the M4 as well. Mir actually got off to a spectacular start, if you remember, Dinko, on Mirage, but he just quietened down later on. Idis Balance getting the opening pick. There it goes, just clearing out the close angles. Mir perch on top of the silo. They're not going to present themselves. Taking this one slow and steady. Cadian. I like what Team Spirit are doing in the meantime. They are pushing up towards T lobby, but the moment the Molotov and the smoke's going to be deployed, looks like they're just going to be heading back straight down. A little bit of a stalemate here between Stavn and Samdai Young. A battle of patience. As Samdai Young is going to evacuate the premises. Stavn is not budged yet. A slow round, a very slow round from Heroic.
Cadian now just behind the vent. He'll start to move forward. Samdai Young, he's trying to hold on in the defense. He's got one. Got on the CZ as well. Getting a follow-up. Good damage inflicted over here from Team Spirit. They've got a two-man advantage. Being clawed back in every turn, though, by Heroic. Down with a kill. Idis Balance and Madness will close it out, though. And Team Spirit, just with the pistols, pick up a third round. Blow for blow here on the low buys. And Heroic come out on the bottom end as Team Spirit go to the scoreboard 3-1.
That was such a strange round from Heroic. Like, they were head down. They just went for the contact plate towards upper. Didn't really use a utility. And yeah, like you said, the pistol just being tucked on in. Although the op did come real handy, opening it up and ending the round as well in the hands of Idis Balance. Cadian is going to burn alive. Get an AWP. It will be retrieved by Staunton, but I wonder what happened there. Hopefully we see it in the replay. Thing is, the last time Team Spirit played Nuke was against Floskolla from Sweden. I think that's how you pronounce the name. And it went to overtime. It was 1917, which is why... I mean, they did mention that they were trying a few new things. They were experimenting quite a bit, which is very evident. But still, the fact that we're in 1917 against a team consisting of, I think, two 15-year-olds, playing at the biggest event they've ever played in, really didn't paint a pretty picture. But what is painting a pretty picture is Mir with an AK-47. The scope will be heard, and Stavns, he's going to get the kill. He's got time to work with it, but it's a 1v3, Denko, and it's looking pretty unlikely.
Oh, Stavn, he would need an incredible clutch here. He needs everything to go his way. 40 seconds, knocked down on the bomb. He's going to move forward with the smoke, and this does give him a little bit of cover to play with. 35 seconds. Team Spirit making the right decision not to walk around that corner, just playing it to perfection right now, playing very disciplined. He throws the incendiary down, tries to confirm the bomb plant. He's going to tap it, hoping the decon door would swing open, but now he's got the right read. The timing, though, nearly gets back on time. I thought for a second there Stalin was going to land that shot, but Samdai Young picking it up. 4-1 on the board. Team Spirit, they get it over the line. Currently on the mainstream, 13-3 to Gambit. They are absolutely destroying Complexity over on that mainstream right now.
CIS Counter-Strike, baby. It's a wild thing. It's a wild thing. Although, Spirit are, they're a map down. They're struggling a little bit compared to their compatriots. But yeah, Gambit have been fantastic, Dinko. Like, they're a team who, heading into the last week's event, I was like, okay, they might do some damage, reach the finals at least, but Spirit should win it. But they just smashed Spirit. And right now, they're showing it's not a fluke. This smashing is a pretty big team scorer. Tech 9 in hand. He just got a hold jump and just run on in. Stavn's going to be caught out, though, from above. Chopper finds frag. And they will get nothing done, although Cadian does find a consolation frag. Tries to pick up the AK-47, which he will. As Mr. Mueller will be chopped down. 5-1. Exact same scoreline we witnessed in the first map, Dinko. It was 5-1 to Team Spirit on Mirage. Until Heroic completely flipped the script on its head. Is it going to happen again? That's the question.
We'll see if it happens again. 5-1 up. Team Spirit in a pretty solid spot right now, but Again, it's all about containing themselves and making sure that these plays keep being made and the individuals don't drop off. That was a big problem for them over on Mirage. It all just kind of fizzled out immediately after those first 5 rounds. You were seeing duels being won, big clutches coming through, but then it was just nothing. And Heroic took a big tear, but now we're going to see if they can do it again. Running out in towards the A-bomb site. Boy, will lose his head early on. Chopper not getting anything done, but luckily Magist has arrived from heaven. He rains Hellfire, and that's a double kill down into the bomb site. Kadian and Mer battling back, but it's Sumda Young that closes it out. What a chaotic round, but Team Spirit come out on top with 2 players staying alive.
Spirit waking up here, and they are showing they're not going to go down without a fight. This is impressive stuff. And bear in mind, Heroic did have a rough T side when they faced off against, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe they played Contact in their opening game. And they had a rough start. They did turn around the CD side, but Spirit are looking, like I mentioned, they're looking pretty damn solid right now. A bit of a bank built up as well. Sumda Young spraying through the smoke. His Chopper's going to be dropping down onto the side. The pistols not getting anything done. But Sumda Young sprays everyone down. Kadian at least gets a constellation trade, but Idis balance with the immediate execution. 7-1 from Team Spirit. Where did this come from? They were so quiet, so tepid at the end of map number 1, and now they've just woken up.
Yeah, I believed in the Spirit side. I don't think they were going to completely drop off in this series, Blah. I think coming into the second map, they knew everything was on the line, right? They knew if they want to make it to the playoffs here, if they want to make it to the playoffs early on, they've just got to win this map, and then they'll have a chance going into the third. Nuke is not a map that Team Spirit have been absolute slouches on by any means, right? They have a relatively deep map pool. They can play a lot of maps, and Team Spirit's showing early on that they're quite capable of having a good time on the CT side. The worrying part for me is a lot of these rounds have come down to 2v1s and 2v2s. Some of the rounds have been big shutdowns, like Sumda Young here having a great time, but you know the economy can start to dwindle if Heroic get a couple more close ones. And while Heroic are very comfortable over on that defensive side.
6 straight out as well from Sumda Young, 13-5. 159 ADR, looking good. Gets tagged through the hut as Idis bounce finds Borb. Look at the aggression from Team Spirit towards ramp, and this is Team Spirit giving a taste to Heroic of their own medicine. Aggression CD side, and that's going to funnel Heroic towards Secret. Now Mir's position here, this is something CDs don't usually hold because it's kind of like a one and done spot. He's going to find 1. Can he find 2? No, he can't. Tessus with the trade. However, the damage has been done. He's down to 34 points of health, and a man advantage for Team Spirit. Idis balance, Crosshair trained towards the Secret entrance. And Kadian's going to peek together with Tessus. And there we go, Kadian reading it to perfection. Just completely dismantles him through the window. And that was a 3v3 thing.
That was like one of those assassin films, right? We got the sniper up on the rooftop, hits the target through the glass window. Amazing shot out of Kadian. But there's still a man down. There's still a man down in this round. And 40 seconds left. They've got to figure out how they're going to pull this back. Those double doors still closed all around the corners. No one currently playing close by here, so they've got to really figure out what they need to do. Moving forward as a unit, the control room window is open, but Magist has his eyes trained on the wide angle. 25 seconds. He's played this one before. He's going to be ready for this completely, and Magist there with the first kill. Now drops down a better position for the AWP here. He's going to flick down, and Kadian taking the kill. 15 seconds, goes for the plant. Chopper and Sumda Young looking for this retake, and Kadian looking to be the hero for Heroic. Looking back, and the door swings wide open. Decon is his death as Chopper's swinging it open, getting the 8th round. And Team Spirit have already confirmed themselves a minimum 1 lead going into the second half.
Fantastic stuff there. Despite the fact that it looked like Heroic were able to almost bring it back. Kadian, nice kill on Idis balance, but Chopper finding Stabin over there. Making it a little rough. Magist to a lower bomb site as well. Yeah, and that's the thing for Team Spirit. It's not about like one individual really popping off, although Sumda Young has been having a great time, albeit, you know, there was a 4K was with the spray down on against just the pistols. It was looking much more comfortable. They were losing so many duels on Mirage earlier, so this is a nice change for the CIS team. Stav's going to make his way towards fence, dropping on down. The rest of the team just waiting towards lobby. A little bit of a failed smoke there from Sumda Young. Nico's having a very rough game here. 1-9. 21 ADR. No AWP for Cadian this time around as well, and they're going to be marching on up. But Mir, he's on a fact-finding mission and is looking for some kills.
Well, Mirrodite's balancing the price between them. Tessus with one chopper checking out the backside. He's done good work here. Oh, it's just down left alone in a 1v4. Good at the clutches, but he's got 3 kills so far on Nuke. A big drop-off from him individually. And the complete opposite for Some Young, a man who was incredibly quiet on map number 1. Has come out swinging here on Nuke. 9-1 up for Team Spirit. They're looking for double figures. And honestly, they should find it. Take a look at the buy here for Heroic. It's not looking good, blood.
It isn't. Tech9's... I like them to go for like that upper take again. Like these... I know they're trying to go for the slow default set plays they have. Not set plays, like slow takes, but just running on in, walking in, getting opening takes, and then going for like a mid-run decision. But just getting mowed down as Mirror's going to find Nico blinded and through the smoke. Although, that being said...
Mir that nearly was 3 possible kills there, but he gets 1 out of the situation. Now, Young caught with his side on, and that is going to give him an advantage to Heroic. Balance is going to try and recover this one. Smoke up in his face. Magis quickly running up the ramp. There's a player close by. It's down with the Tech9. Magis seems to be aware, and the swing from the Tech9, the little jiggle out. And now Magis taking the headshot, has pulled it back into a 2v2. Almost planted for Heroic. And they've looked the wrong site. It's A right now, and they all realize that after you've shot all the utility here on the B-bomb site.
Oh no, they don't know, Dinko. They still don't know. And Cadian's on...
How do they still not know? Finally.
Oh, they're not going to check this.
They're not going to have a clue. Cadian running right into his crosshair. He whiffs the shots, and it's all on Borup now. A 1v2. Team Spirit can still win this round. They're going to need to kill quickly. Borup has 2 kills coming into this. He needs to double it or just delay, and there's the kill from Magisk. Is there enough time on the defuse? It's going to be close, but Team Spirit, they've still got it done right down to the final milliseconds of the round. Team Spirit get a 10th.
That is such a gut punch for Heroic, Dinko. I know it was just the pistols. I know they weren't expecting to win the round. But, jeez, how did they bring that one back? One player was on 3 points of health. It was a 2v2. Caden had a perfect angle. Oh, nothing. And I mean, nothing is going to side of the Danish team at the moment. And Spirit, well, the gods are smiling down upon them at the moment. The money is looking pretty solid as well, at least for the majority of the players. For Heroic, they call for a tactical timeout. The second one for the map. You need to talk things out. Now, we know how good the CD side for Heroic can be. However, it doesn't matter how good you're on the CD side, you need some buffer, something to work with. And unless they don't get at least 3 to 4, at this point even 5 rounds to the T side, I gotta say, this might be probably one of the biggest upsets I would have seen in recent memory.
Nice bounce looking outside. And it's going to be a good kill from Mira. Nico with the headshot. I think in this tournament so far, Blade, I still think that Godsend Astralis game is too much of an upset to overlook right now. Look, but that game was just something else, really. And me carrying against Astralis in 2020, who would have known?
True. And bear in mind, they beat Astralis in Nuke.
Yeah. That's so, it's actually kind of dropped off since Esatag's departure. Astralis have been looking a little bit rough on it, but Heroic also looking rough on Nuke right now. Perhaps Nuke not favoring the Danes right at this moment in time in CSGO. We'll see if they can figure it out going into the last few rounds of this first half. Team Spirit have been lightning fast on these initial kills, and Chopper alongside Some Young lighting up the scoreboard again. Some Young has been unstoppable in this A bomb site. He has been so solid at just delaying, getting kills. He's been so brilliant for them. Now Heroic with a chance, still a 2v3, but the bomb gets tossed over, and that's going to allow Mir to come around the corner and Magic to secure the round win. 11-1. Heroic kind of look lost right now, player.
How many kills has Some Young gotten from that position with the CZs, with the rifles? Doesn't matter what he's wielding. He's just winning every duel from that very spot. Nico still sitting on just 1 kill. Starvin, like you mentioned earlier, he was fantastic on map 1. Completely disappearing here on map number 2. 3 more rounds remain in this first half. Oh, I love that. I love that Molotov. The preemptive Molotov. Those of you probably newer to the game wondering why he just wasted a Molotov just to make sure that the smoke deploys earlier and basically creates a massive gap, basically forcing Heroic to take the fight towards CD spawn. It's actually working out. They're winning all these duels. Suddenly it's a 4v2. Although Stamina and Katie are kind of low. And it's all on Chopper and Idis balance.
A minute and 3 seconds left. Heroic finally in a very favorable position. Surely they cannot lose this one. Going to the A bomb site. It's all clear right now. And the chances of Team Spirit to pick this round up is pretty slim. I think they probably realize that. He starts to run forward into the ramp. Chopper's still got this outside control. He could approach via min, and they're going to need to kill very quickly here if they want a chance at winning this. And I think they might start to consider their chances to be near zero and maybe just try and do some damage here. Chopper's walking into the site around the corner. Stown should have this kill. Chopper's looking the wrong way. And now it's just Idis balance. A good pick. And now he should fall away. Just save into the next round. Carry this AWP on over. Even though the money's solid, you don't want to give an AWP over to Heroic considering their money. And so just carrying that into the next round is exactly what Idis balance will do. It's Heroic. When they're second on the board, they've doubled their score in just one round win.
That's a rough set. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
11-4 is not a half that I worry too much about generally. So if they can pull this back to 11-4, even though it's been a Sumdai Young dominance on the A site and Spirit taking pretty much every round, if they can somehow muster 4 rounds here, Blair, I do see a world in which Heroic can pull this back.
True, true. I do agree with you on that, but are they going to make it 11-4? I don't know. I don't know. They've won just 2 rounds now, like you mentioned, out of 13. And that too, it was them just like winning the individual duels, just popping off, and that's something which hasn't been happening that often. I love how aggressive Team Spirit have been so far. Mir is going to be pushing on up. I think Nico's aware. Nico
he is.
Wary and aware and ready and waiting, but he loses the duel, and Mir survives on 6 points of health, despite Nico being aware of what's going on. As Magic's with a spray almost finds stop, and flashbang is good. It's going to force back Idis balance with a crosshair from. He's got a nice angle. He's going to find Nut, but he does so much damage, getting pushed back by the utility as trades are going back and forth. Chopper gets dropped, but not before he drops Cadian, and it's a 3v3. But look at the health on the side of Heroic, Dinko. It's a total of 71 points of health distributed amongst 3 players.
Yeah, it's not looking good for the health of Heroic. Mirror's down to 6 HP as well here. A lot of damage inflicted by both teams throughout this round, but Stown has got the headshot. Idis balance has gone down, and 45 seconds now remain. Where are they going to go with this one? Heroic with the bomb on their back. Borup, the bomb carrier. Still plenty of time to figure out where they want to go with this one. They're just going to slow it down, get a little bit of a breather. Currently, both players from Team Spirit on this A-bomb site. They're going to be playing together into this 2v3. No matter where they go, if they plant on the B site, they rotate together. It looks like with the time starting to really take on, they're going to wrap into the A-bomb site via Min. There's not too much time to waste here. It's a good setup here, but Mir's looking the wrong way. Now Sumdai Young needing to hold on. He's been so brilliant for them, but this time he will fall. Stown from heaven catches the easy headshot from behind, and it's a 3rd round for Heroic. Stown is the MVP of that round.
Absolutely. The way he was so patiently waiting for the duel to be challenged and getting the kill. And this is despite Mir winning a duel he really shouldn't have. Like I said, Dinko, 11-4 scoreline. It is a distant possibility. It is very much the realm's possibility. If they can win the pistol run off that, I can see a world where Heroic's able to make this game competitive. But right now, still, it's a far. It's still a very grim story. As Idis balance finds Borup. Aggression from ramp. Aggression everywhere from Team Spirit. They have been fantastic so far, not giving the respect that most teams would give to Heroic on this map. A bit of team flash as well for the side of Heroic. But Stown, he was so quiet, Dinko, but now he's almost, I think, tripled his scoreline from like just a few rounds back. 9 kills for him, not too bad. 2 kills right in the lower bomb side. That could be scary.
Well, that is a good kill from Stown, though. They needed that to go back in their favor. Now a minute left on the clock. Like you said, 2 players in this lower site. Certainly Heroic looking like they want to go all the way over to B here right now. Chopper breaking out the window. They went into the vent. Maybe a little thought going through their head that they might want to reapproach, but right now 2 players sticking down, but there's 2 players still towards upper. The bomb's currently outside, and Magisk holding patiently at this decon door. He is so ready for it to swing open, and Cadian is quicker. Somehow he gets the shot landing on the orb, and now with 30 seconds left, another kill from iDisbalance. That's 2 picked up in the round. Young's pushed through all the way to lobby. He's got a very solid position right now. Heroic need all these kills quickly blow on this A side if they want a chance of getting this bomb down. 20 seconds. They've got to go.
Oh, and the auto shot, the alligator from Young, he could win a single-handedly on his own. The nade's going to deal so much damage, and Stalin's going to find him. And look at the health. 12 points of health for both the players. iDisbalance on the site, but doesn't matter. Chopper's going to find both of them. And it is going to be Team Spirit 12-3 in the first half. I don't think any of us saw this coming.
I can depend on, we tight. So all you foes jumping into our life, we're here to defend through the night. Roll hard with my road dogs. Anywhere we go far. Push limits and we push boundaries. When I'm here, there's no way around me. It's deeper than a friendship, family, like kinship. And we got a strong bond. Get close, you'll feel a strong arm. It's no secret we're united, and we can see you divide it. If you ain't got it, get a new crew. Same game, but it's new rules. You choose me, and I choose you. If they lose, then I lose too. No matter the situation, all for one for all. There is no hesitation. All for one for all. This is what we tell the haters. All for one for all. This is what dreams are made of. All for one for all. You can try and bring what you want to this. There's no I in team, but there's one and quit.
Like the song says, there's no I in team, but there is one in quit, and Team Spirit have not quit here in this series. They are looking solid, blood. 12-3 up coming into the second map after losing their map pick of Mirage.
Yeah, I mean, this is a resurgence we didn't expect to see. Nico being extremely quiet. One solitary kill for the man in the entire half. Look at teams who are just barreling straight into this upper bomb site. They're going to check above, but Cadian is a shutdown. They all get massacred. And Chopper's left wondering how the hell his team got deleted in a span of 2 seconds.
That is one of 2 outcomes when you rush into the upper bomb site, right? You either, it's a bit of a skirmish and you make your way onto the site, or you just get absolutely clotheslined. And that's exactly what happened to Team Spirit. Nothing picked up in this pissed around. Nearly a team ace. Cadian getting the double though. And that's a fantastic showing in the pissed around for Heroic. And they desperately need a good start. Obviously, the pissed around is not going to be enough. Bomb plant didn't come through for Team Spirit, obviously, given how one-sided that pissed around was. So we're not going to see that really solid force buy coming out from Team Spirit early on here. So Heroic should be looking at another couple of rounds being picked up.
Nico's also doubled the scoreline, so that's a plus.
It is a plus.
Like I said, no bomb planted, full eco. Just 1p to 50. Tessa's just testing the waters. This team Nico has tripled the scoreline as the push is going to be coming in towards ramp. Tessa's the Molotov is going to delay them for at least a couple of seconds. And fortunately for him, Caden's here with the scout as well. Although, against these Glocks, I don't see the scout doing too much damage. Another smoke, just delaying the inevitable. But I really don't see Spirit being able to pull off anything too crazy here. They have no utility, Dinko. They have just 1p to 50. Three MP9s for Heroic. The thing is, on a map like Nuke, it is certainly very, very viable, even against the 847s.
This is grim. This is grim. Nico hiding away now. Players going down into a secret. Stalin is going to have a field day, picking up 2 on the MP9. Eventually is overrun by just the sheer amount of players running at him. But around this corner, you currently got Nico on 3 HP with the M4. The best weapon in play for the defensive side. You don't want to lose that. So he's just desperately cowering away. 30 seconds left. Still a chance for more damage here. Look how much damage has been inflicted on Nico and Kadian. I'm getting knitted down into the vent though. 40 HP.
Mirror's still waiting for that kill. He wants it. Unfortunately, he's left alone. The bomb's dropped as well. So 10 seconds, you want to die before that. He's going to come running on in. Mirror Nico gets taken down. That's a huge kill. M4 retrieved. 4 seconds. He still takes the fight. I thought he'd probably toss the M4 up towards on top of Mini or somewhere away to deny the rifle, but not too bad for Heroic. Yeah, they lose a couple of SMGs. That's about it. Nothing too shabby for Team Spirit. No bomb planted, meaning the buy will be coming in. However, it will be not the best of buys. They will have to opt not to... they'll have to just choose some of the smokes, which they have. 3 Molotovs, a couple of nades, no flashbangs. So, but at least they have the rifles.
Tessus on the other end of the smoke. Magic's in the corner. Kadian with the headshot at long range. That started things off well for Heroic. They've got that man advantage to play with, and Nico's about to get another one. Up through the secret stairs. He'll be happy with that. And Heroic are off to a pretty good start into this round. This is one Team Spirit would have loved to have picked up just to get back to winning ways, but they're going to have to dig deep. Mir has collected another headshot. We know how fierce the defense can be of Heroic on this map. We know what 12-3 have. Doesn't look pretty, but it's certainly something Heroic can pull back. It will be difficult. Team Spirit have looked lightning fast here on this map. Now they've got to recover a 3v5. First kill collected, Blah.
4 more to find. 40 seconds. Mir. Makes a bit of sound. Borup. They spot each other. Molotov to just delay him, and that's going to actually... This makes things very interesting. They have the 2 players coming up ramp. And with Mir's position known, he just has to just bide his time, wait around, stick around, maybe even potentially try and go for a cheeky flank. Tesses. He spots him out, but an instant headshot from Sundar Young. The moment they get the kill, they're going to pounce onto the lower bomb side. Unfortunately for them, there is still a player lying in wait, Dinko. It is going to be Borup. He's got to go big right now. He's getting hunted down. He's going to find one, doesn't get a second. 13 seconds. They need to get the bomb down. And Magix, he's going to try and stick it. 8 seconds. He's going to get the kill, and he's got enough time to get it down. Kaden comes running out. He prevents it, and he's won the round. 3 seconds. All he has to do is stay alive, and that's exactly what he's going to do.
Kadian just stealing the round away, and the final kill, the final nail in the coffin as well. Kadian shutting them out of it. Oh, he just needed to delay, and he done it. Swings the doors open, takes down Magix, and it's going to be another round for Heroic. Kadian carrying them through the round with just a scout. Upgrades to the AK at the end there as well, Blow, you notice?
Yes, that's why that was so impressive. He wins the 1v2, gets the kill onto Mir, and upgrades to an AK. That is the perfect trifecta coming in from the IGL. That looked very scary, Dinka, I won't lie. That looked very, very, very shaky indeed. But now, Team Spirit haven't got a single bomb down yet. They have a few upgraded pistols, however, a few deagles. Nico's looked That's the thing. If this was the first map of the series, I might be like, yeah, he's just off to a cold start. But he was great on Mirage. It's just that I don't know, even his aim seems a little off.
Yeah.
We saw the deal earlier on with the Glock, right? It's just
Everybody
awkward,
has one of those games, right? Where you just kind of feel a little bit off, but it's so strange to see him go from such a good performance on map number 1 to now completely dropping off. But Kadian showing up now, and oh no, the shot lands. It's the leg shot though, and he doesn't have the best sidearm to pull out. It's the CZ, but luckily Stown getting the double and the long range dunk coming in from Kadian. 12-7 on the board now. Heroic really starting to bring this back, but still quite some way to go. We've got another buy coming out for Team Spirit. They've got another chance to pick out 13 rounds and potentially get back to winning ways early on this T side.
You do not want Heroic to wake up onto in that CD side. You don't want it to wake him into this map. 12-7, 12-3 half, and already the gap has been reduced substantially. Still something to work with. The Spirit. They tried this a lot against Floscola, the Swedish team in the opening matchup for DreamHack Open November, where they weren't really finding too much of success though. But that could also be because Floscola were playing a very interesting brand of Counter-Strike because they knew they were the massive underdogs. Oh my lord, what a peek from Nico. Bounce was waiting for him, Dinko, but he just wins it so convincingly. Spots the second player out as well. He's gonna go for the peek. Yes, he is. Another kill for Nico, and he seems to be finally unleashed. He's looking good now.
12-7. We have got ourselves a great game right now. Heroic gonna be looking for the kills as Tessus with the headshot. Mir going down. And Team Spirit are crumbling on this T side early. Heroic is starting to find round after round, getting more confident, getting the momentum going in their favor. And we know how good they can be on this CT side. We know how good they can be when they get the ball rolling. And for the first time in the series, it looks like Kadian is going to be reaching that crazy form as well. We've seen that Kadian this year. We've seen him be that consistent AWPer that we haven't really seen just yet up until this year, I think. But we've seen him really start to emerge over on Rogue, and then he went to North, and he said on an HLTV podcast, obviously he wasn't very happy with his stead in that team, and that's putting it nicely.
I don't think a lot of players were happy with the stint in that team, unfortunately.
Yeah, you can see why. Just even if it's just results based, never mind any mentality problems in the team. It just results based. A competitor never wants to be involved in that, right?
Yeah, and it's also like I don't know, the number of top tier players who have been through that organization and they just let go. It just boggles my mind. And at the end, you're like, you know, the player's not the problem. There's something off there. I was watching a bit of the HLTV podcast with Ed Mesioso, I do believe he's general manager of North right now, you know, ex-ESL employee, nice guy. And he was mentioning how for MSL, now that he's been benched, how he's a perfect guy for rearing newer players, up-and-coming players, but he doesn't want to do that. He wants to play with a top 5 or top 10 team. He wants to play with the best out there, which is why he's been kind of benched. And considering for how long MSL was in North, although in like, you know, in a couple of stretches, I guess it's kind of telling there in that case, like why it wasn't really panning out. Although we can talk about it later on. Team Spirit have saved a couple of guns, and Stam's going to open things up. Samda Young's going to hit the ground.
Good kill from Kadian. Magisk picked off. Kadian looking for another one as well here. No one going to be walking into his crosshair. Instead, it's the outside fight that Chopper decides to take. And Nico not missing this one. Take him down easily. Now on 2v5. 2 AK-47s in play for Team Spirit. This isn't looking all that likely. It's going to be 9 rounds for Pro extremely picked up. And Mir losing the aim duel. Another scenario where Team Spirit has just kind of dropped off. All that early performance coming out from them was looking solid, and now they're not even winning aim duels right now. Nico, that's the kind of round that can fire him up. 3 kills towards outside. A lot of those aim duels were at long range, which is actually where Nico was kind of struggling. You kind of noticed a lot of those awkward engagements towards outside, but he's picked it up now. And with 12-9 on the board, we're starting to get real worried for Team Spirit because look at their buy coming into this one, Blood.
Yeah, I mean, they do have money in the bag. They're going to be going for the a full buy the next round. But yes, Heroic, 1 round away from hitting double digits. And Nico, it was 1 in 15, Dinko. Now it's 9 and 17. It has been a resurgence in the second half. In fact, overtaking Borup as well. So yeah, the famed heroic CD side coming to play. But Team Spirit, it would be gutting. It would be so gutting to have had such a fantastic first half, 12-3 against heroic, and then to just let it slip by because your T side just wasn't good enough to handle what heroic's throwing at you. Borup with the aggression, playing inside of the hut. Team Spirit going to be going for the execute. Then go 4 Molotovs, 4 flashes in fact, and 1 smoke to work with. But Borup playing this close, this could be problematic. They're going to flash their way straight on in. Borup taking out, but it's going to be Nico completely blinded. Cadian finds 1, but it's going to find more. Is he? Yes, he does, but I don't think it's good enough. It's now a 3v2. The pistols doing so much work.
Oh,
and it's all in Tessus.
This is good so far though. Blaze picked up 1, can't quite get it off onto Mio. So 4 rounds, 4 kills should I say, picked up for Mio. 13th round locked in for Team Spirit. Finally back to winning ways. Their first round win on the T side here on Nuke. If you are just tuning in, it was a 12-3 half for Team Spirit heading into the second. And on their attacking side of Farah, it has not been a great start. Finally, they get the round under their belt. And we take a look at the purchases up right now. Team Spirit, they were saving for this round play. They were getting the money in for this next round, and they do it on just the pistol. So now they find themselves a fully fledged buy.
Yeah, that's such a massive round for Team Spirit to win. Like you said, just the pistols, and it worked wonderfully. Preemptive Molotov there from Heroic, but the smokes are a different variety being used here by Spirit. And Idis Balance catches Cadian. Cadian trying to be aggressive, but Idis Balance more than ready. Just need 3 more rounds. That's all they need. And have multiple opportunities to make it work. Already the danger man for the side of Heroic has been taken down. It's 22-15 is Cadian. Unfortunately, there's nothing you can do to that. Stabbing's picked up the AWP, but Chopper just walks on out, decapitates him as Chopper finds another kill. How does he land that second kill? I cannot compute how he got that second kill. What was that?
Chopper is a robot, man. That is just ridiculous. How does someone do that? How can anybody pull that off? That is just pure filth coming in from Chopper. I have absolutely no idea how a human being lands that shot. Well, Team Spirit, it's 14 rounds on the board, and well, that's just filthy. Heroic have just been absolutely destroyed that. And it's 14 rounds now for Team Spirit. They are 2 away from victory on Nuke. They are 2 away from sending us to map number 3. Inferno could be coming up. After Mirage, we thought Inferno was a distant dream. But Team Spirit have decided to show up here on the second map. Some Young was showing up earlier on social media, showing his new haircut. Maybe that's what's got them here. He's been giving out haircuts to Heroic all day long in that first half.
I need to see the replay of that. Please. That second shot is just... Okay.
Okay, here it is. So he looks at the position. Oh my god.
Get out of here.
He looks
Come
at it.
on.
He goes away, then comes right back to where he was. Headshots immediately. Borup, good night. Sleep well. 49.
Clean locks. That's just absolute filth. Ugh. I feel bad when you say that. Ugh.
God damn. Well, I just balanced off to a good start here with Nico heading to attack early on. Team Spirit looking for 15 rounds, but Cadian's battled back. He's at least got the kill that's pulled it into an even scenario, and Mira catches out Tessus. A lot of damage inflicted onto Team Spirit, but they've still got the manpower. They've still got that extra player walking around the server. And Heroic have got to figure out how to pull this back. So much time available to Team Spirit as well. You can see just kind of leaving magics down in the lower site. Just sitting back, waiting for some aggression coming in from Heroic. They know they're a man down. They know they've done damage to the Team Spirit players. Team Spirit just waiting for any potential aggression that could result in some easy kills for the attacking side.
Yeah, like I mentioned, it's going to come down to magics and some Young. Considering how low Chopper and Mir are. 45 seconds. Where are they gonna go? You see them slowly recalibrating themselves. 3 players to its secret. They have 1 player to contend with. It is the magic man himself, Cadian. Op in hand. Some Young trying to sell something here towards upper, but Stabben's gonna decapitate him, finds a kill. 3v3 now. They're gonna come running on in. Cadian waiting with the AWC, finds 1. Full, misses the second kill. But the teammates have arrived, and Stavn can prevent the plan from taking place, and he's gonna find all 2, or rather 3 kills in the round. A huge round for Heroic to win, considering Team Spirit are winning those opening duels, Dinko.
Yeah, that's incredible. You gotta see those early fights being pulled back for Heroic. That's the job done. And I think you just have so many playmakers on this team. And obviously Stavn is the highlight player right now, but you have so many players available on the Heroic team that can pull those rounds back. Even when you're losing that opening kill, there's just someone that has to make a play. And this round it was Stavn. 14-10 up now. Still, the money is in the bank of the Team Spirit players. And the money is on the final line for Heroic. You know, if they lose this one, they are down to an eco. For the majority of Team Spirit, it is the same. So, very important buy coming out here for both teams. Very important round to begin. And Stavn with the opening kill, taking Mir out of the server to start off round 25.
Spotting the player, and is going to escape. Stavn, though, still floating around, still getting kills. Magic's not expecting Tessus's position, and this is kind of falling apart here for Team Spirit.
You see the panic on the smoke there, but they're double pushing
Yep.
through the door. Are they going to expect the second player walking through? Somebody young. Actually, they pulled it back. At least that's something. Borup is repositioned back up to hut. Instead of walking through, just going to play the numbers, the percentage. Counter-strike coming through here. And with 47 seconds left, Team Spirit, they've got Young at 19 HP. Minus balance at 100. Just waiting for the moment, the time to strike. Acadian has got his position locked in.
Spots the elbow, that's all he needs. Young, an absolute rock, a god on the CD side, but this might be a little bit too much to ask of him. It's a 1v4. And yeah, he's just giving away his position. 20 seconds, he's just going to leg it, run all the way towards T-Spawn. No, he's going to drop on down, looking to take the fight. Borup denies a save, and Dinko, you did mention the money was looking a little grim for both teams. And Team Spirit, yeah, money is not looking fantastic at all. It is still doable when it comes to like a light buy. Tech9s would be the call going out here from Chopper. And we saw them win around just with a pistol, so it could happen again.
A little bit of a half buy trying to recover this money. Heroic looking for 12 rounds. Like you said, the possibility of winning these rounds is definitely there for Team Spirit. We've seen it already. We know they're so capable on these pistols to create some chaos and create some magic on the weapons. We'll see if it starts to come through. Heroic, 11 rounds locked in. Taking their time. Slowing the pace down a little bit, Team Spirit. Every player in towards the inner bomb site. Acadian with the first kill. Can he get a second one on the whole board? It's time to stride. Maybe get up to double figures here in this round. And oh, he's caught. Chopper takes his head right off with a Tech 9. Stavn luckily doubling up. And now it's all an Itis balance. He came out from behind. He gets the one kill, but nothing more. 12 rounds for Heroic.
Good reaction there. I think they almost read it right. There's no one on the side. No one getting blinded. Good opening pick from Caden as well. He knew the player had to run on out, expose himself just to get the deploy utility. 12-14, Dinko. It is very, very close. For those who are probably just tuning in, wondering that how close this game was, it wasn't close at all. It was 12-3 for Team Spirit on the CD side until Heroic mounted this massive comeback. In fact, Dinko, if it wasn't for that force buy win which Spirit had earlier on, this could have been even more one-sided. Tess is playing a very dangerous game. But he will survive, and he will make this game.
I love how mental Tess is being right now towards this round.
That's insane.
He gets away with it. Doesn't mean it's correct, but he did get away with it. He lands the smoke this time. He kind of fluffed his lines a little bit earlier on, but that door opens up. Stavn has the info. At least one player is near this doorway. He's going to toss that Incendiary. Not really spreading, not really causing too many problems here for Young. This is tucked in the corner. Minute left right now for Team Spirit. Playing starting to go towards outside. Caden has been so good at locking down this outside position with his AWP.
One smoke, Dinko. They only have one smoke to cross on over.
That's going to be a big problem for them. Tess has actually left the ramp room. Kadian has gone over there instead. So they don't have an AWP to deal with, just a rifle. And he's not really in the best position to spot this coming out, actually. So they can just drop down into B. This is a very heavy hit into this lower site. And Nico needs to deliver. He's got 9 kills so far. And needs to start delivering some frags. And he goes down without a single kill. And Kadian, he's relocated to the lower site. He's playing towards ramp 1. He needs to deliver now. The AWP picks up the first. Mir hitting the deck. Now Tessus looking to get a piece of the action. But it's Team Spirit taking the kills. And I think Heroic just made the worst adjustment at the worst time in their setup and allowed Team Spirit a free walk to the lower bomb site.
Oh, the money's crushed with Stavn as well. Although they still have some residual cash in the majority of the other players. Nico can probably drop... sorry, I think... yeah, Nico can drop a gun for Stavn, but what a round from Team Spirit there. And like you said, Nico needed a kill at that position. He 100% needed a kill.
That's unforgivable.
Yeah. Doesn't even have to hold them off. Just one frag.
Especially because their whole adjustment in the defense was to anchor that lower site, right? Initially, they had Kadian. He was spotting towards outside. He was holding the cross. Like you said, they had one smoke available on Team Spirit. Obviously, Heroic don't know that, but the setup would have been perfect. Kadian would have at least caught one in the cross. He would have caught the information of the players trying to cross down towards Secret, right? You could have got a better setup in towards that lower site, but instead, Tessus and Kadian trade positions, and Tessus is playing from CT spawn, so he doesn't spot anything going down towards lowers. So it's not like Nico can get ready and play some utility to delay and get Kadian into an even better position. That's just the worst timing to change up the defense from Heroic, and they get caught off by it.
It is honestly the worst timing possible there for Heroic. They had everything going for them, like you said. They went for the dry walk. Kaden would have got the 1 kill. Spirit would have had to probably readjust. They would have probably gone for the upper hit, in which case there were 3 players ready and waiting for them. It could have easily gone the way of Heroic, but yeah, just one repositioning, a couple of whiff shots.
Well, 15-12 now, Blood. 1 round away from sending us to Inferno. Team Spirit have had a long road back into this and a scary second half, but it looks like they're in a position where they might just do it. They have 3 opportunities to take this one over the line.
This could be the day of CIS Counter-Strike. Gambit already just completely dismantling complexity earlier on the mainstream. 16-5, 16-5 at both maps. And Spirit, they're going to mount this comeback. They take us to map number 3 and pull off an unlikely win. There's going to be some spectacular stuff. Still not done yet. A double up setup coming out here. Stavn and Kadian wielding the dual zoom bangers. And Spirit have just crept all the way up. Oh no. Oh no. The timing could be absolutely brutal. Kadian has no idea. There are 2 players right next to him. They're going to go for the pre-fire around the corner. Samdai Young finds Kadian. The timing could not have been worse for the captain of Heroic.
Time ticking out below a minute in play. Borup and Nico have had definitely, or should I say Nico, especially on the outside hit, has been a very quiet player. Borup on the A anchor hasn't seen as much action, but you'd want to see more output from both of them. Tessus holding in towards heaven. He's got Borup just below him, so now the play down in towards the ramps. Down's got the first kill on the secondary. Oh, and the second kill as well. Tessus holding the heaven run over. And that's the double kill and a 13th round for Heroic. Just out of nowhere. All the remaining kills go in Heroic's favor.
What a round from Stavn. It was a lone digger. It was all by his lonesome. 3 huge kills. Firstly, it gets Chopper. Second one, a great shot. The third one, just pure filth. What is that? It's not even a gap. It gets him through the edge of the wall. 15-13. We're not quite done yet. Team Spirit, they need 1 round to take the win. Heroic 2 to take it to OT.
Stavn and Kadian is hard carrying right through this map right now. 27 kills each. Having a great time. And if you remember back to DreamHack Open Fall, you remember back to Heroic's performance with his double op setups, Stavn and Kadian were unstoppable and they had 2 ops in their hands. So you know how good these 2 players are when picking up the snipers. Kadian was outside with the sole sniper this time. You're up looking to find the pick. 2 players though over here. So if one is to die, the other one should immediately re-peek on Kadian's position. But that nade has done so much damage, and he's come back into a safer position.
That nade couldn't have been even more well placed. All 5 players gathering outside now, Dinko. Canadian, we know what it can do with his op here. Ooh, 2 smokes.
I like this point to smoke down from mid, and Kadian's going to catch the first down. Is actually holding in case they go back in, but Kadian turning around, still finding the shot in the AWP, and everything is going Heroic's way. Kadian just lighting up the scoreboard, and it's 14 rounds, unless Sumdai Young can pull off the ace clutch. He's low HP, 14 health points to play with right now, 35 seconds. He knows the position of 1 steps to try and pull them into the open, but the window peek coming in from Hell and Nico as well. He was in a triangle of death. 14 rounds for Heroic Blood. We are reaching round number 30.
Final round of regulation. It comes down to this 12-3. I can't stop saying it. 12-3 for Team Spirit, and yet we might be seeing OT. Cadian dropping the 30 bomb, 27 for Stavins, Dessus on 20. On the other side, for Team Spirit, we have Sumdai Young, who had a massive CD side and 25 kills, Mir in 24. But they still have a little bit more work to do. 1 more round. They need to close it out now. Mag 10, a Galil, 3 AKs, not the best to buy. Smokes will be deployed. Cadian with a Molotov. Going to prevent the cross. 4 players walking on outside. They have Sumdai Young waiting for any push through ramp. Cadian zoomed on in, is not going to spot anyone out. No vision possible for Heroic. And Tess is a dangerous game. If you can win this duel, Dinko, I'm calling it. This round's going the way of Heroic.
Also Nico, we want more out of him. We've talked about his lackluster performances in the lower side of the map. He's definitely got to show up this time, and they do run down his position. It's been one area of the map Team Spirit have been very solid at taking. And they have got those players down lower already. Not too bad right now for Team Spirit. This duel again, Tessus and Sumdai Young will be very important. 43 seconds. Sumdai Young wins the battle of ramp. Tessus goes down. And now it's looking good. Right now, 14 Spirit, but Bork gets aggressive down, holding on, gets another kill. But somehow, Team Spirit battling back. They've done it. They pulled it into a 3v3, but Kadian holding from the site. Borup in the doorway. They've got so many players here for Heroic. This is looking good. They're going to need a big step up from the 2 remaining players running into the site, and Magix gets the trade. 1v1, Kadian versus Magix. The young star of this team. Magix on 14 kills, looking to add 15 to the tally. Taps the bomb with 7 seconds left. Kadian realizes, throws the utility in, and it's the nid from downtown. The locks in overtime. It's time for a break, but we will continue the CS action after this.
Seen the days in the dark too long, all the gray between the right and wrong. Takes a warrior to sing this song. When the glory and the pain is gone, it's the failures that make you strong. Can you see the path you're walking on? We're moving up in the world. We're moving up in the world. We're moving up in the world. We're moving up. This is a warrior's world. 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 Seen the days in the dark too long, all the gray between the right and wrong. Takes a warrior to sing this song. When the glory and the pain is gone, it's the failures that make you strong. And can you see the path you're walking on? We're moving up in the world. We're moving up in the world. We're moving up in the world. We're moving up.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's overtime. 12-3 half. 14 Spirit has suddenly become an overtime affair, Blair. How has this happened?
I don't know. I don't know. It's insane, the fact that Heroic were able to bring this back. And this is despite the fact that it lost a couple of rounds, which it really shouldn't have. But here we go. OT. Everything is reset. This is a 16K rule set, considering it is not a Valve-sanctioned event, which is my favorite OT.
Yeah. None of this is double, if you buy the double op setup on the CT side, you lose, then you're going to be on pistols to the last round. None of that. We get the gun rounds out pretty much every time, and that's what you want to see, like, coming into an overtime affair.
Yeah, I want to see guns all around, and that's exactly what we're seeing. Cadian, op out. He was the hero in that comeback alongside Staven. 32 kills for Cadian in regulation. This upper hit is going to be coming in. Borup has had a very quiet game alongside Nico. But this is his chance to redeem himself alongside his teammate. Oh, that nade's gonna hurt. Oh, that's gonna hurt so bad. Mir down to 53 without having seen a single player. Staven playing inside a cover. I Disbalance wins the duel. He waited so long. The timing on the peak was perfection. Finds Borup. And now Staven's gonna be forced. So now, fortunately for him, there was no one looking his direction. Is he gonna be heading straight back towards Ramp Dinko? And guess who's ready and waiting? It's gonna be Cadian. He finds the first. Bomb spotted out. And it's gonna be dropping straight back towards the lower bomb site.
Cadian quickly repositioning after the first kill. 29 seconds left. Team Spirit running in towards the A site. Nico's going to hear all of this coming in from heaven. He needs to deliver first, the second, nearly the third. Sumdai Young will take him down, but he's short-lived. Stout is just popping off. Another kill collected, and it's all an Idis balance. He has to win the clutch. He goes into the open, and Stown decapitates him 16-15. Heroic take the first round of OT.
I really like what they did there. They get the opening pick, they try to sell a fake, but the problem for them was the moment they Molotov off Staven, and Staven notices there's no one who's peeking him, no one trying to take advantage of the fact that he was pushed out from his position. That was a tell. It was going to be coming in towards ramp, and Cadian, he's not going to miss those. Gets the first kill, does a smart thing falling on back, and then of course after that it was a Staven show. First round of OT going the way of Heroic. Again, early damage, a little bit of damage being dealt. And Nico to a tight Disbalance. One thing I really like about Idis Balance is, and when it comes to many of these younger
curtains,
there's curtains as well, in some of these younger AWP players and the CIS operators, is how patient he is. He can hold an angle for so long. I can never do that. But Sumdai Young as well is waiting patiently for some aggression from the CTs, and the CTs aren't really giving anything yet. They're just playing a very passive angle, apart from Cadian perched inside of that hut. Team Spirit looks like they are going to be going for this play towards lower Dinko. And this time around, it's not Nico, it's Tessus who they have to contend with, and Staven as well, waiting towards Decon.
Well, Stown has been a beast. 30 kills, Tessus on 20. We'll see if Stown can get anything. They're boosting over the top, but Tessus peeks. He topples the tower, and he gets a second kill as well. He's still alive. Stown has gone down without a single kill, but Tessus has picked up all three. And now Sumdai Young tried his best to pull this round back. He's got one kill on Borup. 3v2. 35 seconds left in play right now. Spirit can still win this round. Sumdai Young has got down towards the lower side. Molotov into the vent. They need to pick up that bomb, and if they get this kill on Tessus, they know they can win this round. It's just about finding him where he is. He's in control room right now, just looking to deal the damage, and there's the kill from Nico. They were not ready for him being in the rafters, and Sumdai Young's head will topple. Now again, Idis Balance in the 1v3 clutch. You had no chance in the previous, and it looks like the same in this one. Tessus, what a fantastic round. 4 kills on the hold.
Look at him, like a soul shining star in the dark, as his room is. Can barely see anything inside his room, but my, oh my, what a round from him. 4K. I love to switch up in this setup here from Heroic. We actually haven't seen his crossfire from them in regulation, if I'm not mistaken. And it just completely shattered that take from Spirit. 12-3 for Spirit in first half, and now Heroic lead by 2 rounds in OT number 1. I did not see this coming.
I did not see this coming either, Blood. This is definitely a huge comeback from Heroic. I said 11-4 and I seen a comeback, but 12-3. My God, this has been a walk back into things, and Stown is holding on. Itis Balance goes down. Samdai Young doing his best in the double kill, but Stown is just tearing them apart. It's still a 3v2, still a man advantage for Team Spirit, and it ends up a 16 round for them. 17-16 at the half play. And when you look at Heroic, they're still ahead, but Team Spirit desperately needed just one round win there.
Yeah, they did, and they managed to claw it back. Basically, Hail Mary up a play, working out wonderfully for them. Heroic probably not expecting to be caught off guard that way, but 17-16, they still have a lead. The problem here is the T side from Heroic Dinko. It was flat. It was extremely flat. And I know it's OT. It's a complete different scenario altogether. And Team Spirit, you know, they've been on the receiving end of that pummeling all this while on the T side, but I feel like Heroic would have probably needed a flawless first half of OT to guarantee the win here. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really trust their T side. It was very, very rough.
Heroic definitely looked real uninspired on the T side, but I think a big part of that was that no one was really showing up on the individual front, right? But now we've got Cadian and Tessus just, and alongside Stown, should I say, you've got Tessus now stepping up, and well, that hasn't really worked out. 3 kills from here on the event drop. All 3 of the players I just highlighted just got killed.
Oh my God, what a read. What a read from Spirit. He didn't take a single point, a solitary point of damage, not one. It was a Silence M4A1 as well, Dinko, 20 bullets. And this has been an absolute disaster for Heroic. At least 1 frag going away with Nico. How many more can he find? 1v5. It's impossible. It is absolutely impossible. What a round from Spirit.
Yeah, I was fumbling, but I tried to highlight 3 players there, and they all died immediately. Look at this. Just held the mouse one. He held mouse one in the same position, and they all just died. Melted in front of him. 17-17. We're even once again, Blatt. And this match just keeps on giving. Heroic looking for an 18th round, but Team Spirit are battling back. And now they are just 1 round away from getting map point themselves. We could still be seeing Inferno.
He could indeed. Let's turn around. Nico, though, dealing a lot of damage onto Mir, and Samdai Young is somehow still alive. Fortunate to be alive as Mir. The guy has, I don't know, like massive cojones to be still sticking around considering some 10 points of health, but it'll finally fall on back to its health. And Heroic, after initial exchange of a bit of utility and some bullets, are going to come out on top. However, like I said earlier, just a couple of minutes ago, this T side has been quite problematic for the Danish side. They're going to be flanking on around, wrapping up towards Mini. Chopper is there. He's got Samdai Young as well. Samdai Young, the Rock. And Burb actually going to the pre-fire because that's where he's usually playing from. But Chopper is chopping everyone down from above like a guillotine. Samdai Young good for 1, but not for 2. Now it's a 2v3, still favoring Team Spirit. Nade's going to sail in towards upper, going to do a bit of damage to its magics. But look at the position of Mir. How can Borup get the bomb down?
Borup just around the corner, the headshot from Mir delivered. Borup out of there. And now it is all on Cadian to stop map point going in favor of Team Spirit. He needs a huge clutch. He goes around the corner. Oh, battle versus Itis Balance. He's won that fight, and now he looks for more. He's got this down in a couple of 1v1 fights, but it goes for the wallbang. Loses his head from heaven, and it's 18-17. Team Spirit, they reach map point first blood, and we could be looking at Inferno very, very quickly.
To have come so far and to falter at the very end, it's gonna be gutting for Heroic. They're using another tag timeout. They still have 1 remaining as well if needs be, but I don't think they'll have another opportunity to use it. 34 and 33 kills for Cadian and Staven. And yet, despite that, they are facing a loss here on this map. Team Spirit have everything to work with. Samdai Young, he has been an absolute god on that upper bomb side, ably supported by every one of his teammates. Borup Dinko, he's been very quiet.
Utility towards outside. a slower approach now. Having to come through in terms of just waiting for that utility we put in place for Heroic. I want to go towards outside with 3 players. Standard default coming through from them. It's down in the lobby. Really looking potential opening here, but Idis Balance looks like the man that looks to crack this round open, but the smokes have come in. Here comes the execute from Heroic towards outside. Starting to walk forward. The information flow of Idis Balance is now severed. He has no idea where they could be, but he knows there's a possibility they could walk right in front of his crosshair, and a big flick down. Test is caught out. He's not ready for that position, and Idis Balance falls all the way back to CT spawn. Man advantage picked up early for Team Spirit.
That's a dangerous man to find as well. Tessus has been instrumental in Heroic mounting that comeback. Mirror now standing up, head exposed. Flashbang is perfection. Nico's gonna decapitate him because of that. Stavin, the timing could be everything. Magic just goes for the wide swing. Stavin's got a flank as well. They have no idea. He's gathered so much information, Dinko. He could actually call for them to head on up, but the bomb will be planted. Nico looking for more spots to head. He's still duking it out. He spots one. Knows that 2 of them. He's gonna go for the spray. Finds the kill. 3v2. Idis bouncing chopper. Stavin just teasing him on 12 points of health. Borup and 8. Cadian's gonna go big. Chopper's gonna come pre-firing, but no, he doesn't do it. And Stavin gets a headshot, and somehow, Heroic take us dragging all of us into OT number 2. I don't know how to pull that round off. That was just absolutely insane.
That was just Nico, man. Going into that lower bomb site, utility was perfect. Mira strangely commits to the angle instead of falling back off the stairs. He holds W and goes up the stairs. Goes down, and then immediately the big swing from Nico off that ramp pick. That's huge. You know, no kills were found in the lower defense from Team Spirit, and that cost them. We go again. Overtime begins once more. Overtime number 2. Team Spirit desperately trying to take away Heroic's map pick and send us to Inferno. If you're just tuning in, we're on map number 2. Mirage was lost by Team Spirit. They were 12-3 up here on Nuke, and now we're in double overtime. And the kills, they're raining in.
I can't take this. I don't think my heart could take this. Wow, how does Stavin miss that? Idis Balance. It's a 3v5. There is no need for them to aggress, and yet he pushes in, and he still gets the kill. Doesn't get punished. And it's all on the Borup. He's been having a nightmare of a time on this map. In a 1v5. There's no point really saving. We'll have money. But look at Miradinko. Look at how forward his position is. Looking to claim the final kill for himself, but Team Spirit. Yeah, this round's done. Unless Borup can pull off something absolutely ludicrous. But with 45 seconds on the clock, no information as to where any of the other players are. He should be walking in straight to his death here. And awaiting arms of Magic's. Well, not yet. He gets to kill. 1v3 now. He's got a smoke. He's got a Molotov. He's got a utility to work with. The problem is the other 3 players are ready and waiting for him.
Caps. The ball pulls him into the open. First kill for Borup is on to Sumdai Young. Now he has a little bit of time to play with in terms of getting the bomb down and getting a better position. He indeed has a chance to win this clutch. He's gone back to control room. One position towards ramp, the other at decon. They start to move forward, Mir limiting the positions. Each and every position limited starts to tick off the list. They know Borup will be towards control room very shortly. They will know he's either flanking around the door, and now they're sticking the defuse, running forward. He's going to spam away, opens the door, denies the defuse, and now 1v1. The time is ticking. Nick goes through the spray away, and Borup wins the clutch. 19 rounds for Heroic, and a huge clutch from Borup.
That's a 1v4. How has it pulled that off? It's a 1v4. I wrote him off a long time ago. That is truly miraculous. Borup, you're forgiven. You might have had a rough time so far in the map, but that round, that was truly, absolutely magical. He just stolen it away from Team Spirit, and they're gonna be fuming right now.
Quicker play towards outside, at his balance with the opening kill. Kidian swinging back with the Tech 9. Heroic are looking for more. Down with the headshot. Sumdai Young taking the kill. And now it is going to be a 4v3. A man advantage was in place, but Borup again, he's fired up this time. 2 kills collected, and Kidian sends it packing. 20-18 right now. Heroic are grabbing control. In overtime number 2. Borup is feeling it. He had a very quiet performance. That kind of clutch fires you up.
Oh, that kind of clutch fires everyone up. My heart's beating to go. And at my age, I'm a little worried. Minus balance. With the AWP has been kind of quiet here on the CD side. Not able to do much. It was kind of instrumental on the T side, though. Getting a lot of opening kills. Katie and now the AWP. Okay, all right. Okay, Mirror. That's the way to get the opening. But Starvin does trade back. That was a good read from Mirror. He knew Kaden likes going for those picks and just goes for the wall bang. But again, a 4v4. The problem here, Dinko, Heroic, they've won 2 rounds. It's on the T side where they have been struggling this entire map. If they can make it 21, I feel it's done. I don't feel Spirit's going to be able to bring it back on the T side, but it's still not done yet. Chopper, also player out. He's out in the open. He needs to win this duel, which he will indeed. Can he find more? It's a question. Yes, he can. A snappy shot to Tessus. And now it is a 1v1 outside against Darwin, and Chopper has pulled off the great escape. That is absolutely nuts.
Chopper doing a really good job there. Oh, and Stown looks up. A kill on the Magics. And now it's going to be a 3v2. Team Spirit with the man advantage, but Borup can pull it back again. Missed shot from Midas Balance and another big kill from Borup. Heroic can still win this round. Stown and Borup faking the run towards lobby. They're going to end up going outside again with 33 seconds. Take note of this time. This time will certainly be a big factor coming into the final few moments of this round. Push up through the ramp. Heavy stance on the upper bomb site. Heroic are going to run now. They've got to figure out where they want to go, and they've got to do it quick. 18 seconds, still outside. Still going towards this B bomb site. They've got to sprint. They've got to sprint into the lower site. I think they've just looked. Time is a factor. They've got to run. They might just lose this on time. They have to commit. Luckily, no one's here. You got to get on the bomb site. No time to waste right now. Planting just enough time. Just enough time to get that bomb planted. And now it's going to be a 2v2. Team Spirit. And we'll get down towards the lower site. In the vent, playing together. Borup in a good position. It was a hero for them just not long ago, and he goes again. A huge pickup, 21-18. The half is won flawlessly by Heroic, and these rounds just keep on giving.
Borup, man, he's woken up. I think he heard me when I said, yeah, this round's done in the 1v4, and he has just been on a tear. Heroic have been on a tear. 21-18. They're map and match point, Dinko. 3 map and match points. They need just one more round now on the CD side.
Yeah, this is looking real good now for Heroic. Everybody is showing up on the server. Everybody is having their moments. Smoke's out. Molotov is deployed. Team Spirit on the back foot right now. Nico with the opening kill. He was the quietest performer going into this one, and he's got a kill through the smoke. Tess is brought down, but they all provide this balance. Another kill for Team Spirit is here this time, and Nico trying to hold on, going huge. Could he get a lineup? He nearly gets 3 kills out of that position, but it's not enough. The rest of his team fall this time, and it's now Borup again. He's done a 1v4. Now it's his time to shine in the 1v3 clutch. They'll start to walk down in towards the ramp room. Sam Young has the angle, though. Borup needs the immediate shot to land, and Sam Young's position is just too strong. 21-19.
That is such a spectacular read coming in from Sumdai Young as well. He's waiting patiently. Knows where Borup likes to play. Waits it out. That was very winnable otherwise for Borup. 2 of the players were internally bleeding. Nidus Bounce was the one. The player with the health was the guy with the yaw. A real chance for him. And listen, after the 1v4, I'm not going to ever doubt the guy. 21-19. Team Spirit. 2 more back-to-back to take us OP number 3. It is a real possibility as Idis Bounce once more opening it up. Finds Nico. Man advantage. And no trade possible quite yet. Sumdai Young waiting patiently for any re-aggression from the CTs as Mir has already made his way towards Aircon. He can potentially get the flank towards heaven, and considering how much time there's still remaining, I don't think they're going to be expecting this, but I like this adjustment from Heroic. They pushed up towards the lobby, trying to gather some information. The thing is, will Sumdai Young get a kill?
Sumdai Young holding the angle. Tessus about to commit his crosshair, and there it is. Sumdai Young with the kill. Tessus goes down. 2-man advantage in play for Team Spirit. They're starting to come back into this one. And they're starting to feel a little bit more comfortable. Every time I cast Heroic Blood, it seems to go multiple overtimes. At least one map in the series.
It's a team that keeps on giving.
Indeed. They love to play Counter-Strike, and Sum Young, goodbye, Kadian. Sleep well. Sum Young takes his head right off his shoulders, and now the play into the upper bomb side. Borup blinded. Oh my god, Sum Young walks right into Borup. What a nasty surprise to the flashbang. Down has got a headshot as well. They might just be able to pull this round off somehow. Heroic might just win on this. A 2v3 blood. This is winnable for the two defensive players. Stown and Borup. They're no stranger to the clutch. The nade is brilliant from Borup. And now they run forward. It's just Borup alone again. A 1v2 this time. Bomb is not exactly in the best position right now. Player in the rafters. One towards ramp. And Borup is caught by Mir. 21-20. Are we going to go again? Will we find ourselves at another overtime?
That got kind of closer for Team Spirit, but Mir's position not being known. The amount of work Sum Young did, just staying alive, just waiting patiently on the look, waiting for the CDs to regress. 2 kills for him, massive frags, but 21-20, Dinko, all right. I said, you know, if Heroic win all 3 rounds on the T side, this could be over. They're going to be going for a fast play towards upper. This could be a slaughter. Good for 2. Bomb drop. He's looking for the 3rd. He's not going to find it, but Mir will survive on 2 points of health as Idis Balance finds Tessus. It's a 2v3 favoring Team Spirit.
Borup may have been one of the quietest performers for this team throughout regulation, but he has been the hero of Heroic in this overtime. And double kill that puts him in a winnable spot. Still down a man. Flashes up. Nito about to be blinded. Hit by a Molotov. Titus Balance taking him down the AWP, but it's all on Kadian. A 1v3 retake of this A site. I think Heroic realize that this one's probably just going again. This one's likely just to be another overtime. Kadian, he's going to see it taken down, and there it is. OT coming right up yet again, Blur.
Countdown from 3. I'll be as quick as I can. There's nothing stopping me. It's all for you. Our life, I know we can have. Oh, I'm running, I'm running, I'm running, I'm running to you. And I'm hoping, I'm praying you're waiting for me because you know we got this, baby. I'll fight, I'll fall, I'll risk it all for you. I know it's all possible. I'm running, I'm running, I'm running, I'm running to you. So let me cross the line. I'm getting closer. So won't you flag up in the air? My heart is beating, I can feel it's near. The race is nearly over and I'm just getting started. Oh, we got a life left to live. Now we're unstoppable, we're young and free. The ride, it isn't ending tonight. That's right. Oh, I'm running, I'm running, I'm running, I'm running to you. And I'm hoping, I'm praying you're waiting for me because you know we got this, baby. I'll fight, I'll fall, I'll risk it all for you. I know it's all possible. I'm running, can't stop me from running to you. So let me cross the line, the line. Oh, who would have thought we had so much, we wasted our time, the time. No, I'm not gonna sit around hoping our life turns out right. So tonight, no, I'm not taking chances. I'll race to the finishing line to get what's mine. Oh, I'm running, I'm running, I'm running to you. And I'm hoping, I'm praying you're waiting for me because you know we got this, baby. I'll fight, I'll fall, I'll risk it all for you. I know it's all possible. I'm running, can't stop me from running to you. So let me cross the line. Let me cross the line. Oh, baby,
we go again. Heroic versus Team Spirit will not reach its conclusion. We are here in overtime number 3. Heroic with a flawless half, but Team Spirit answer back with a flawless half of their own. We enter another round. We enter another overtime blood. And it's Team Spirit on the T side, Heroic over on that CT side.
This game's never gonna end. You know what? I'm ready for it. I am more than ready for it. I felt like Heroic had done everything they needed. They won a flawless T side on the second overtime. And considering how fantastic the CD side was, like, this one's done, they're going to be winning this. But no, it was somehow Team Spirit showing a lot of spirit and bringing it back. Huge plays coming out, and it's going to be a hit coming into a couple once where Borb is going to be forced down, but Stabin trapped in the corner. He's going to be shooting his teammate as well, and it's going to get taken down, but not before he finds 2. And again, a 2v3. This upper bomb side is being a problem for the side of Heroic as Nico almost finds a kill on the chopper, but he will stay alive.
I just balanced down in the doorway. Wants to peek into the open eyes. Downs has got it done. Nico hitting the deck. and Kadian now moving forward. The wall behind the net. That should be the kill. Oh, I just bounced. Somehow gets away. But Kadian falling. 22 rounds for Team Spirit. They get off to a good start here at the overtime number 3.
I thought I'd probably need a cup of coffee or an energy drink to stay awake here, but I don't. This game, that's all I need. As Heroic, we were praising the CD side, Denko, but Team Spirit seems to have found their Achilles heel. This upper bomb side has been a bit problematic. And because of that, they have opted not to really bother going for this outer yard control. They have, however, sent up Chopper all alone on a solo mission, try and gather some information, potentially get a pick. But as a unit, they're all gathered up here on the lobby area waiting for a play from Heroic. You can see Heroic have adjusted to this. Down's on 40 kills. That is just nuts, and this game's not quite done yet. Tessa's playing with fire. It's a bit of damage, but nothing too brutal yet. Bit of a stalemate. Clock running down, a minute on the clock, still to work with the Team Spirit. They are pretty much announcing their intentions.
Well, it's the outside smokes coming in, but no one's actually playing with them. Instead, Team Spirit are going to go inner. And currently a pretty good setup right now for Heroic in this inner bomb site. You've got Stown up on top hut, Bor up close to the hut itself. And Stown is on 40 kills right now. He'll be looking for a little bit more here as well. Just have to run out. Good kill from Sundayon. Cracks open the round on a single kill for Stown. You can see the disappointment on his face. He's caught the A-hit coming through. Borup, what is that? The double kill in the lineup. Nico assisting. And Borup once more. He's got it. Borup is brilliant. And now he's looking for just one more player running down the site. I just balanced the flick up, but Borup swings in below. 4K on the hold. Question marks in his performance in the first half. In regulation, really, Blur. But now in overtime, he has become the beast.
What a save. What a massive save here. Stan looking to get at least a kill, like you pointed out. So disappointed, but then Borup really steps it up. He's woken up. Borup has 100% woken up. 28 kills for him. He's even overtaken Tessa's. Nico as well, having a hell of a time in OT. And Heroic, the players who were pointing out, saying, you know, they've been kind of quiet so far. They've really woken up. And Kadian gets tagged out. He will, however, survive. The edge of the silo saving him. Or out of the box. Team Spirit, are they going to go back to the tried and tested again? This upper takes have been working out for them. Not the previous time around, where they took a long time. Some of these faster takes with the utility has been working out so fantastically. They're going to come rushing on in. Tessa's going to line them up. Finds 2, looking for more. Finds a third, blinded. Idespounds with the reply. But this might be it. It's a 2v4. Bomb has been spotted out. Borup has spotted the feet of Chopper as well. But this is looking grim for the CIS side.
Man, these spray downs from Heroic on the anchor positions have been incredible. We've just seen Tessus get a 3k, Borup with a 4k in the last round. 2 on the spray, Nico stole away the third one, but still incredible. Fantastic stuff on this A site. Team Spirit, you know, they haven't been playing poorly. They just have not been winning these aim duels when they approach the site. You know, they're not making any fundamental errors. It's just coming down to not winning these duels. And once you're down 3 players, what can you really hope to do? Heroic are going to be on 23. We're looking for a magic number of 25 as we head into the second half of overtime number 3, Blah. It's not looking so pretty for Team Spirit right now, but they have shown they can fight back. They're a tenacious team. They can definitely do this.
Yeah, at this point, I honestly have no idea which way it's going to go, right? Team Spirit, we saw how fantastic the CD side was in the first half. And despite Heroic having the one-round lead. And despite them having a flawless OT number 2, I think, where they won all of 3 T rounds, I still can't say I favor either team to pull off the win here. It can really go either way. Don, 40 kills, 40 and 33, Cadian and 38, and 39 kills with Some Die Young, ably supported by his teammate, Mr. Worldwide himself, Mir on 36. It's been a high fragging affair for a lot of these players. That's what Itis Balance does. This is something they've tried again and again. It's actually paid off quite well, though. The aggression towards ramp, 2 players slowly creeping on up. It is going to be Itis Balance and Magix. But Heroic will get the opening pick. It's going to be Cadian winning duel, waiting for that peak. And it's going to be a 5v4 man advantage for the Cage side. Form spots Some Die Young. That is a massive problem. And Steps spins around, gets the kill in the mirror. How does that happen?
They were both looking the wrong way. They were both looking the wrong way, Blair, and somehow Tessus flicks back to find the headshot. Not a single kill in the garage, and that is criminal. 24-22. Heroic are now in the driver's seat again. Map point reached. Series points reached. Just a reminder, Blair. I'm sure a lot of people have forgotten at how one-sided this first half was from Team Spirit. It was 12-3 for Team Spirit, and now we're 24-22, favoring Heroic heading into this. Team Spirit need 2 rounds in a row if they want to go to another OT. And Heroic looking to grab this round right now. And Some Die Young running right into the lion's den. He's collected 1 headshot, but is dropped very quickly after.
It was 11-1 for Team Spirit at 1 point. And then, of course, 12-3 the first half. But yeah, I cannot believe we've come this far. We were saying, Dinko, you know, it might not go to map number 3. But we're pretty much seeing almost a 3rd map here in map number 2. That's how many rounds we've seen so far. Round number 47, Itis Balance finds Ston. And despite the opening kill going the way of Heroic, Team Spirit has struck back. And they have the man advantage now with a minute on the clock.
It seems like that playmaking isn't quite available right now in this round for Heroic, but Tessus looks to be the player. He's got that headshot towards outside. Mirror's picked off, and now we're back into a 3v3. 2 players walking out into the site. Magix has a good position here. Tessus jiggling, spots him out, knows his position, and now Nico swings upon him. Magix towards the back of the site. The youngster needs to hold on for his team. He's got 1 kill, Itis Balance with the other, and now it is all Nico. A 1v2. He's stuck in the site. He's got the right read. That Molotov towards heaven is going to keep that player at bay. Trying to bait out the vent. He knows the player's there with a sound cue. Now Nico commits to the plant, trying to cross to hut. Is aware of the heaven player. And he will look for this headshot, but nothing being given his way just yet. And he was distracted by Itis Balance, and Chopper swings out to chop off his head. 24-23. Will it be another OT coming up, Blur?
Counter-terrorists win.
I'm afraid, man. I feel like you might actually grow a full face of, you know, a full face of beard by the time this game's done. Like a fresh face, Dinko. By the end of it, like you're an old man.
Be realistic, Blur.
Could happen. Could happen.
4 hairs, maybe.
4 hairs in total.
Then I'll come off the camera and I will no longer be the baby caster.
This game has aged a lot of people, but I'm sure it's aged the players in the server way more. 1 more round for Heroic to find to close this one out 2-0, but Team Spirit, living up to the name, they will never quit. Just need 1 more round as Magix finds Tessus, and he does so much damage in the Borum. That's a huge start here for Team Spirit.
1-man advantage for Team Spirit. Chopper looking to get another one here for them as well. That's the bomb picked up. He'll walk away. 24-23. We are now looking at a possible 4th overtime between Heroic and Team Spirit here on Nuke. Kitty towards outside, misses the shot. Now tied down to 25 HP. The big kill from Chopper, the big swing from Stown, and now it is down into a 3v1. Stown has 44 kills. It is not enough just yet to get it over the line. He needs 3 more. There's the tap towards outside, but it's not gonna land. And we go again. Overtime number 4 coming up, Blood.
Itis Balance is the only guy in all the cameras showing any emotions. I have no idea how they're all so calm right now. OT number 4. I haven't casted an OT, which has gone... Borup's got a P90. The guy's lost his mind. It's got to the point, Dinko. Like 48 rounds in, that's when people start to break. And Borup seems to be looking to just break this CD side defense. Magic doesn't want to have anything of it. It's still getting hunted
Oh my
down.
God.
The P90 leading the charge. How terrifying is that?
Just hear the P90 steps running at you. You just know it's getting back, falling back. And here come Heroic just running into the lower site. Effective trading though from Team Spirit. Magic does a really good job of just falling away and getting that one kill though. It would have been horrible if he had gone down without a single kill. That happened a few times in regulation, but he has learned from that. And now Team Spirit in 3v3 are actually letting this bomb go down. They're going to play the retake. Gideon, he's already forcing him back into the control room. Decon door opened up and it's down. He wants to be proactive in this fight. He doesn't want to sit back. He looked like he wanted to go for that ramp fight, but not come back into the side itself. And Tess is fighting the Decon player. He's been dropped down to 5 HP. Double door swing wide open. It's down with the headshot. Mir falls. And Idis Balance now emerging into the B bomb site. Coming from ramp. He's got the Deagle up on top. Drops down and he'll win. It's down with the kill. Sumdayong hitting the deck as well. And the post plant will go in favor of the Danes. 25-24.
I'm telling you, it's a P90. Even though it didn't get a single kill, it rallied the forces, Dinko. Just the sound of that gun forcing back Magics. But memes aside, jokes aside, Heroic, they win another round, 25-24, 47 kills for Youngston. Kidding him and joining him in the 40 kill club alongside Sumdayong on the other side. This game just gonna get scrappier and scrappier. When you're this deep into a map, you start kind of running out of ideas, and that's when you just start winging it. Some wild CS is what we're witnessing as Ston has made his way towards the back fence room, but not really finding anything yet.
This is just incredibly wild right now. Heroic, they are up 1 round in overtime number 4, but we know how many rounds we have seen so far. You never get too far ahead of yourself. We have a convincing half. Every single round going your way. It's usually not enough just yet. So walk out from Heroic. They come around the backside. Mir has no idea. They're about to come in behind him. He is going to go down surely at this point. Nico with the headshot. Mir just completely unaware of that. And Idis Balance now dropping down into hell. And the battery's picked up, and Heroic find another one. They are falling apart here, Team Spirit, in this round. They're going to really battle back, and Tessa's just running with the bomb. He's giving the bomb away. Magic luckily falls to the nade, and now it's all on Sumdayong. 1v4 picked up by the Tech 9. 26-24. Madness in overtime.
What is it, Pete, from Tessus? I know he gets the kill, but with the bomb, that was so scary. But Heroic, like I said, I mean, scenarios like this, Dinko, you're tired, you're I wouldn't say panicking, but you're like just going for the kills. It's like all you see right now in front of you in your eyes is red. And Heroic there again on a tear. Can he make it another flawless T-side? We saw this in the overtime number 2, which feels like a lifetime ago now. As Nico battles it out, he's going to come out on top. And he knows where Idis Balance is with the AWP, and it's going to immediately fade away.
Heroic. They know if they get another flawless half, they can't let it drop. Molotov down in towards the attacking players in the control room. Over here at radio. That'll hold them back for the meantime. Idis Balance has actually gone on a bit of a hunt and a bit of an excursion towards outside. He's near spawn. A lot of control being taken here for Team Spirit. A lot of info as well. They've just got to hope their players can pop off and Gideon straight in position, but Nico, he was always holding for it. That's the default stance. That's what happens when you sit back passively. You're waiting for that aggression. You're waiting for someone to get hungry on Team Spirit once you've already lost that player. And that's a 2-man advantage now for Heroic. Gideon. Oh, that's another kill. That's the round locked in blood. There's absolutely no way Team Spirit pull this off.
You're really gonna say that? You're really gonna say that? Okay, let's see what happens. Magic's, well, he's gonna get nothing done. A 1v5 for Chopper. We saw 1v4 already from Borup. And for Chopper, there's no point saving. It's a final round of this half of OT. And I'm gonna walk him straight to his doom. You were right. You were right. 27-24. Can Heroic finally close it out? That is the question on every single one of our lips. And honestly, you have a flawless half like that, Dinko. You say, yeah, you're gonna win it now, right? Just need 100 CD side to nuke. We've seen this before. They were able to close it out. Team Spirit, they just do not quit ever. On the precipice of defeat, they cling on with a bloody, battered fingernails, and they will just never let go.
No, they are now looking good here, Heroic, but Team Spirit are fighting back immediately. Mir with the opening kill. And they need to battle back and not only win one round, they need to win 3 in a row now. It has to be flawless. They drop one, they're out of this series. And what is on the line, you may ask, coming into this game? A spot in the playoffs. You know, DreamHack Masters Winter. Team that wins this series progresses on. We're currently in map number 2, Mirage, which feels like a lifetime ago. Went in favor of Heroic. Team Spirit looked like they had done enough in the first half to maybe take this over the line, but now we find ourselves in yet another OT. And the play into the lower side comes through. Tessus at the double doors. It swings wide open. Looking for the kills. The lineup. Chopper and Sumda Young with the kills. Borup on the headshot. This is not looking good for Heroic, but there is still a chance. Borup down in the lower side. Smoke at the double door. Follow-up smoke as well. They're really making sure that he can't push through that or doesn't want to. And now Team Spirit sit back. They're holding for some aggression. Mir coming down the vent. This could be the play that ends it, Blah.
Maybe. If he does head in that direction, but it looks like it's going to be going towards Decon. They still have some time. 25 seconds, though. It's ticking away. They need to get the bomb down now. Chopper going for the duel. Nico is going to be aware of this. I don't think he's expecting aggression from Chopper. He's got to find one. Nico's position exposed, and Mir takes him down from behind. Team Spirit, 1 round in the bag. 2 more to go to take us to overtime number 5. Or is it 6? I don't even know.
OT5, Blah, will be the next one, but Heroic will hope that they don't have to see that reality. Let's take a look. 1 kill extra, and Stan will have 50 kills on this map. You'll have 50 kills. Cadian's on 43. Borup has had an amazing resurgence. Everybody in Heroic has. And the team effort from Team Spirit to get to this point has been incredible as well. Take a look.
So Alex dropped 54 earlier today.
We did. That was an incredible game versus Ents. Carrying on Dust 2. Just about got it over the line. And now we look at Heroic versus Team Spirit. Yet another OT game coming through here. Multiple overtimes. Team Spirit need 2 rounds, and we will be at overtime number 5. At this point, I'm locked in. Just give me as many OTs as you want. I'm ready.
So I know you're young and you can take it, but I don't think so.
I'll do it alone. I'll do it alone. You can go to bed. I'll be here.
It's not about going to bed. It's about my heart giving out at this point. I don't know what's going to happen.
Pacemaker. It's in the post. It'll be there in like 3 weeks.
All right.
Hang on in. Oh, this play.
Oh my God.
Through the smoke, They're going to get aggressive through the single door. 47 seconds left. They're still inside of the smoke. Team Spirit. Oh no, nasty surprise. I know it's near Christmas, but that's not the present Itis Balance is wanting. Mir with the headshot coming around the corner. Tessus goes down, but Team Spirit battle back. They take down both players, and now they've got the man advantage. Heading into the lower bomb site. Every duel being won by the CIS team, and it's all on Cadian. A 1v4 clutch, and it just will not happen. Truly here for Cadian, as Team Spirit 26 rounds, 1 away from overtime number 5.
They played it so well, the aggression. 50 kills was done, but they still cannot close it out. They can't close it out, Dinko. How many times have Heroic beat on map and match point? Like 3, I think it's the 3rd time. And they finally used their final tactical timeout. They have none remaining. Cadian giving the rallying cry.
Here. The fact that they've still got a timeout is pretty ridiculous,
It's insane.
Isn't it?
Agree. Have Team Spirit even called time? They did call a couple, I believe.
I mean, with the online format, your coach can talk, luckily. So, you know, you usually want to take a timeout during this online era, just kind of chill out a little bit. And Heroic realize we can't do this again. How many times are we going to win a flawless half in overtime and choke it all away? We can't do this. Just one more round, and this might be it. Coming into the next one, Heroic 27 on the board. 26 for Team Spirit, battling back, wanting to pull this to overtime number 5. Got the all-out for Itis Balance, the double-up setup. Now, this is something Heroic have been fantastic with in recent history. It's been deadly to pretty much every team that has gone up against Heroic.
Chopper, he has been such an X factor for the side of Spirit. Just reading it right. Waiting patiently. Doesn't find anyone. It's going to be the upper hit dig up once more. Play. Sumda Young gets the opening. Sumda Young gets a second, but Borb still there holding on. But Sumda Young gets all three. And now it's a 2v3. Starvin and Cadian left alive. Cadian's going to find Sumda Young, but 2 ops, Dinko, on a retake.
Yeah, this is unbelievable from Sumda Young. He just ran over the top of the defense, but they've still got it into a 2v2. Even though Sumda Young got 3 kills, it's still not done. Gideon on the Deagle peeks out. Chopper going down. It's all an eye disbalance. The 1v2 clutch is required from the Russian sniper. He's got the Tech 9 in hand. The pistol in play. His heart rate rises as Heroic gather up together, playing together here. Stown and Cadian, the deadly duo. Alpers against Alpers right now. They're going to come in from heaven. The Tech 9 looking to do the damage, but the timing, he's looked away at the wrong time. He's looked away. He still gets the headshot. Now 1v1, and Stown will overrun him. Drops down, gets the defuse, and finally, we have a winner. Heroic will walk away with this series. They go to the playoffs. A sigh of relief for everyone involved. Finally, there's a winner in this series.
That was a game I'm not gonna forget for a while. Heroic, congratulations, they finally closed it out. How many rounds was that? Like 54. Stun dropping over 50 frags to get the win despite the efforts of Sumda Young. Sumda Young, Jesus Christ, the guy was playing out of his mind, but in the end, it was just not enough, Dinko.
Commiserations to Spirit, really. It's an unfortunate showing, but there's a lot to break down, a lot to unpack, and we're going to do that after the break. At least we're going to try, so make sure you don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. Finally, we find our winner. It's Heroic that take down that marathon of a map, and they will walk away with a 2-0 win. Now, Blair, it doesn't really feel like a 2-0 win after that.
No, it feels like a full 3 mapper. I feel like the scene Inferno, I might have just broken there. That was a massive, massive game. And like you said earlier, before we went to the break, commiserations to Team Spirit. They played their hearts out. Everyone. Chopper was having a hell of a game. We saw Sumda Young playing an incredible matchup, but then Youngston and of course Cadian as well. The amount of highlights we had in this map could like be at least like a 5-minute montage easily. The 1v4 from Borb, the mirror sprayed on in the vents. This 1v4 was one for the ages. He played this to absolute perfection. It was so clean, so beautiful.
Yeah, from that point, really did feel like Borup just absolutely lit up the scoreboard. He hit another gear going into that overtime, and I really do feel like Heroic just have so many gears in their car right now. They just have Stown and Cadian that can carry you through regulation, then suddenly Nico and Borup step up going into the final few moments of overtime, and we just had everybody showing up on the scoreboard. I'm really, really excited to see Heroic play in the future. They make it to the playoffs play. We're going to be seeing much more of them.
Absolutely, and I just want to take a look. I was looking at the entry deals, which went the way of Heroic. Heroic had only 21 opening deals, while if you look at the side of Spirit, they had over 30, and yet they'll lose the series. That's kind of insane how they were able to claw it back time and time again, and I do believe we have someone for the interview.
Yeah, we do. We have Cadian here to talk about the win. So, first of all, thank you very much for joining us, Cadian, and congratulations on the win. It was a very long series, and it was only 2 maps.
Yes, I mean, I guess you could kind of say in a way there was 3, right? Playing 60 rounds on the second map. What a game! What a comeback by us as well. We need to find ourselves a bit more on the T side of Nuke because it's been a bit chaotic recently. Usually we got like 8, 9, 10. And recently we've been getting 3 or 4, so that requires a lot from our CT side, which has been our main focus point, but maybe we need to switch focus points for now.
I do have a couple of questions here, Cadian. Firstly, that CT side from Spirit, they were trying, I did see them play against the Swedish teams, Floskola, where they're trying a few new things on their CT side, a lot of aggression especially. Was this something you were expecting, knowing Team Spirit?
Yeah, for sure. We have a setup on Nuke ourselves that we use called Spirit that we stole from them a few months ago. So we know what some of the yard aggression is about. That's usually Mia's playstyle as well, to search for a lot of duels behind T-Red and to sneak and just be constantly annoying. So we weren't really surprised. I think we had good preparation for it. I had two players who admittedly said that they had some key errors in the halftime. So yeah, I'll trust them that was some of the reasoning for the bad T half. But I also told my boys in the half that I don't know, I'm not gonna say this just to hype you up, boys, but I have a really good feeling about the CT side. We can definitely make it back. We know what they're gonna bring to the table. Let's just focus on the game plan and take it step by step. And that's exactly what happened. Obviously some errors still here and there, but to bring it back to 12-3 to 15-15, I approve.
And I do also approve very quickly, Jacob. The final one I want to ask is, what were the comms like when Bora pulled off that 1v4? Because that was impossible. He pulled it off. How were the comms like right there?
Yeah, I mean, amazing to see Johannes perform like that again, and to make those clutches. That's what he's known for. He just needs to keep on building on his confidence because he's so fucking talented. So yeah, the comms were obviously extremely hyped. That was such an important moment. We had our struggles, and just not only the celebration that we were going to get from it, but also the tilt factor knowing that Spirit was going to be completely devastated. So amazing clutch by Johannes. He played it so well.
Well, thank you very much, KDM, for joining us. Congratulations on your win and good luck in the playoffs.
Thank you, guys. See you.
See you. I have to say, like, you know, the amount of resilience it takes to come back from and win in that fashion. Not only did they come back from 12-3, but they came back multiple times in overtime as well. After having flawless halves to go into another OT, the amount of resilience and mental fortitude that takes, it's just ridiculous.
It is. And from both sides, actually, right? We saw a Spirit come back time and time again, despite Heroic having that flawless T side and OT number 2, making the flawless CD side. They were looking very, very good. But yeah, when you know each other, when you're playing at this level all together, you do dig in deep. And that's what we saw from both teams. It could have 100% gone either way. And I also got to say, I don't think I've ever had a Caden interview without him ever dropping an F-bomb after winning a game. So the trend continues. And you know what? I love it.
It has to continue, you know. You got to keep that consistency up, and certainly Heroic keeping the consistency up in some of the halves. Of course, we'll look at the T side for the future, blah. But what does this mean for them in the future, do you think, moving forward for Heroic? Do you think this is the Heroic that looks like they're going to be able to go deep in these playoffs?
Oh yeah, for sure. They do tend to have some of these hiccups. We saw that in DreamHack Open Fall as well, where they had a very scrappy Nuke game. I forget against who it was, but it was another close OT series coming in, although not as long as this one. But they were able to, I think the really cool thing about this team and Cadian, right? They're able to fix their mistakes, and they always look good when it comes to the playoffs. So I'm not going to be too worried for them.
Yeah, well, we can take a look at the bracket and really get to an idea of how things are shaping up heading into the playoffs now. We take a look at Group A. We take a look and see Heroic. They started their journey by taking down Contact. They win 2-0 over Spirit today, even though Gideon himself said it felt like 3 maps. Gambit absolutely destroyed Complexity over on that mainstream. That was just an absolute obliteration.
Absolutely, it was. I don't think anyone's expecting that. Gambit have been a team who have looked incredible, taking that board. People are talking about a Cloud9 Complexity rivalry, and Gambit's like, Cloud who? Complexity what? Just completely smashing them out, and now they're in the playoffs alongside Heroic. Look at the lower bracket, though. Spirit versus FaZe. FaZe, if you're FaZe, you're scared. And we were all waiting for the Juggernaut Colossus matchup. We thought it was going to take place in the upper bracket, but there you have it. One of these teams are going to go home. It's either going to be Complexity or it's going to be Cloud9. And if I'm not mistaken, that is going to be either tomorrow or day after. I'm not too sure, but that's going to be taking place soon.
Well, certainly, we're going to get to see that matchup again, and that rivalry can continue. We can take a look at today's results as that concludes the European division for today. G2 took a 2-0 win over Namiga. Lollipop after just breaking his hand. He was in a cast not so long ago, and he's just popping off against G2. They did take the win, though, and unfortunately out of the tournament after losing 2-0 to Cloud9. Another battle back on the first map of Dust 2. Complexity going down to the lower bracket where they will face off against Cloud9 after a loss against Gambit. Furia taking the win over North. So, I mean, pretty impressive results coming in today. I don't think there's anything massively crazy that really stands out. I think there's a few upsets here and there with that Gambit performance, but like Rush was saying yesterday, Gambit have been good for a long time, and I think they're finally starting to show that.
Oh yeah, they were. The way they, for me, it was about the finals against Spirit, right? They tend to sometimes struggle against their domestic counterparts, but the way they completely dismantled Spirit, I'm like, okay, this is a team that people should be watching out for. And we saw both the Juggernaut and Colossus getting completely dismantled. I'm looking to see what this Gambit lineup can do heading into the playoffs, as we do have our first two teams who have made it to what should be an incredible quarterfinals over on Friday.
Yeah, I want to see Gambit really show up in the playoffs. I want to see how deep these players can go because, you know, sometimes they get into the more important matches. We sometimes see a quieter performance to the stars like Shiro. But the thing we've started to realize with this Gambit team is now they're getting comfortable. They've played so many maps of Counter-Strike. We're starting to see more individuals show up. Nafni's getting comfortable in the calling. The playoffs are shaping up to be excellent, and we've got a lot of extra teams going that way as well. But coming up after the break, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be looking at the North American side of the tournament. Here on this B stream, we'll be taking a look at the New England Whalers as they take on Mythic, the stream team. Many people love their personalities, and we're looking to see if they've got the skills in this server as well. We've got a very interesting matchup coming after the break. Don't go anywhere.